Welcome in. Today we are doing something different. Usually we release the bag by bag recap after the review, but today we're going to do it before the review. So be sure to have your notifications on or come back in a few days to see our full breakdown. Oh, and I have read your feedback and this recap is narrated. This is the Reobrix St. Andrew's Church. It is set number 66023 and contains 3,306 Lego compatible pieces. There is a lot of detail packed into this set that features a mix of printed pieces, stickers, and lights. The build was a lot of fun, and I think the end result looks fantastic. We bought this set from Barware, where it currently retails for $86 Canadian, and we are Barware affiliates, so you can save 14% using our code SheClicksBricks. If you're enjoying our content, please hit the thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed, please consider doing so, as it really does help the channel grow. Now, let's see how we got here. I'm Stacy, and this is Bag 1, and I am very pleased with this so far. The brick quality is good. There's about 12 plates at the bottom there to connect everything together. Almost all of these studs are covered with something for landscaping, which is fantastic. And you can see these stained glass windows here. They're actually 1x2 clear bricks stuck into fencing pieces, which is a great idea. Can't wait to see what it's going to look like when they're all done. And we've got some steps here. I really, really like the pattern of the floor and the colors used so far. Bag 2, and I feel like we have some good momentum going now. We've already got some walls up, and you can see the inside of the church. Lots of great details with the pews and the table and the crosses at the front of the church. Look at these stained glass windows. Really good job with those. And this stained glass window, you can see we've got the cross. Really, really well done. On the other side of this stained glass window, you can see that there's an arch, and that's where our lights are. There's an LED strip all on the inside of the arch, and then this is the wire that comes through a few holes there. So we'll see where that leads us. It's bag 3, and you can really see the size of it coming together as we have more walls up and a few more details inside. No more lights yet. But we've got a roof here over the corner piece, that green roof. And when it comes around the other side, take a look at this front door. Very fancy looking. Really good details to make it look like a wood door and some gold handles. And then we have some more walls up here. You can see the candles. I'm really wondering how tall this is going to be. Bag 4, and we used a lot of different pieces in this bag. We used some of those colored transparent pieces that you can see here right out front. We used some different colored bricks, some different texture bricks. There's a window here. We started with some flowers and some thermal press stickers, which by the way look very good. And we do have a printed piece here above the door. It looks like a sundial piece. Behind that piece are thermal press pieces. They really look printed. They turned out really well. Haven't done anything more with the lights yet, but it does look like at least 3 of the walls are pretty much done. And we've kind of buttoned up the top of this floor. So I'm assuming this next bag is going to finish this floor, and then we'll go from there. Bag 5, and we're almost done the bottom floor. You can see all the walls are up now, and we've got more stained glass windows. See the blue cross in that window? Then we've got another fabulous thick door. Looks like they still have the facade to finish on this wall. And then we've got another fabulous stained glass window, and that cross is red. All that's left now is the roof and the 2 towers. Bag 6, and the roof is on. What a great build that was. It is so sturdy and so symmetrical. You can see on the gray side there's a little bit of a design here that matches the design above the door here. And then behind that design you can see a little peak of the roof, which is pretty cool. It's built right onto the roof and then just attaches. This part here, if you can see the gray, there's a little black dot up at the top there. That's actually the power switch for the lights, because you probably see we've got some wires there. So we've got some more lights connected. So I'm just going to stop here and then we'll give it a quick spin with the lights. I'm not exactly sure how well this comes through on video, but I can see that cross and the stained glass so well. You can see the outline of the cross here. And then on the other side, you can see that blue cross. You can see the light coming through the windows there. Looks pretty good. There's a pretty good amount of light inside, and there'll be even more light inside, I think, once we actually cover this piece up with the towers. Pretty easy lights, just strip lights. So we definitely have some wires showing, but I mean, just to light up the set itself works pretty good. I'm a little interested about the switch being on the roof here for the lights, because now the towers are going to go up and cover that. So it'd be interesting to see how easy they come off to be able to get at that light switch. Bag 7, not that big a bag, but lots of small pieces. We got another printed sundial looking piece, and above that is all kinds of clear colored pieces. If you can see on one side, there's actually 4 corners. In the middle is some round pieces with lights wrapped around it. And then the wire feeds down through the bottom to be able to connect. And in this bag, we just finished 2 corners on the other side. So I bet you that's going to look really, really neat with the light coming through all those color pieces. Bag 8. And I changed the angle a bit so that you can get a good look at the base for these towers. You can see that the top is covered with clear pieces. So this is because there's lights in these bases, and that will send the light up through the clear pieces, up through the towers, because I did see there's some windows in those towers as well. Can't wait to see how tall this is coming up in the next bag. Bag 9, building these 2 fabulous towers. They're both identical builds, lots of small pieces, but I love the angles on them and all of the great fancy pieces at the top to add to the architecture are just great. They are hollow in the middle. So like I showed in the previous bag, there's clear pieces at the top of the base so that when the light is on, you will see the light through these windows, at least a little bit. But they really match the build really well. I love how they have that round look and the crosses at the top. Now, you would say that this looks like it's finished, but bag 10 is all kinds of leaves and vines to add to the outside of this building. So on to those. The final bag is more landscaping with some leaves and flowers all along the bottom, some mushrooms there, I think, and that beautiful, beautiful tree. Not really sure how I feel about the tree yet. It is pretty sturdy, but there are a couple of spots where you use tiny, tiny gray pins in order to hook some of the pieces in. And there's a couple of them that are a little bit loose compared to others. But it seems to sit very sturdy on there. And it seems pretty easy to take off as well. It looks pretty, but it does kind of take away from the look of the front of the church as well. Now, I'm going to turn the lights on, and please, please let me know in the comments what you think. Front is definitely a bit darker than the rest, and that tree is hiding some of that beautiful stained glass. But then you can see on this side the stained glass and the lights coming up through the towers. We've got more stained glass over here. You can see the cross clearly. Then there's a window you can see through, and look at this. This one is just gorgeous. So overall, the lights do look really good. It is just a little bit dark in the front. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit that thumbs up and subscribe on your way out. And until next time, keep clicking those bricks.